excited that you're here. Hey, if you're new here, welcome. You're gonna have a lot of fun with me, and hopefully, you'll be able to cook some stuff that's pretty darn tasty. So, if you haven't already, hit subscribe, that little button right over here. Go ahead and hit subscribe, because you know what? Every, 2 or 3 times a week, I'm gonna give you something to do. Something that is tasty, delicious, and lovely, but also fits in with your Weight Watchers weight loss goals, or your just goals for better health. So today I'm so excited. We are going to be making Carolina pulled pork. The recipe calls for this to be cooked in a slow cooker or an oven. Kind of over that, so I'm going to do it in my pressure cooker. If that interests you and you want to see what Carolina pulled pork looks like and how it tastes, stay tuned. The items that you're going to need for this Carolina pulled pork is a brown sugar blend like Truvia. It's 75% fewer calories than regular brown sugar. You're going to need salt, paprika, cumin, oregano, chili powder, black pepper, and a wonderful chunk of pork loin. So the sound died on this portion of the video, so I apologize. I've got to do this over as a voiceover. So the meat you've got right here, you want to trim off all the visible fat. You need a pretty sharp knife for that. Trim off all the fat because we don't need that in our happy little tummies. And since this is going in the pressure cooker, I can piece it out like this so it's easier to get the fat chunks off of there. Okay, let's get rid of all those trimmings. And now we're going to get our seasonings put together. You've got your 2 tablespoons of Truvia brown sugar, a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of paprika, or 2 teaspoons of paprika actually, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of oregano, a half teaspoon of chili powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon or a half teaspoon of pepper. Now you're going to mix all those together. And then we're going to apply this like you do a rub on any kind of meat. Once all the ingredients are blended together, you're just going to rub it like I showed you in a previous video, how you season meat so it's wonderful and tasty. And this is, you're going to just put on it all over the surface and let it sort of absorb into the surface of the meat. Pat it in there, rub it in there, so that it all is covered pretty well. Now you don't have to use rubber gloves like I am, but sometimes you just got to do the rubber glove thing. All right, so you're going to put the roast pork into your Instant Pot or pressure cooker. And you're going to add about a cup and a half of water to that. And then you're going to place the lid on it. Make sure it's in the sealing position and pressure's on there. You're going to set it at high pressure for 40 minutes. Then you're going to let it cook until you have a 20-minute natural release followed by a quick release. The ingredients for the barbecue sauce that you're going to need to put on the pork after it's been cooked and pulled is 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, a half cup of sugar-free ketchup, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of minced garlic, and a 1/4 cup of the Truvia brown sugar blend. All right, so it's time to make the sauce. So you just dump all those ingredients in the pan. Your salt, your brown sugar, your garlic, your ketchup, and then you just whisk it about. Incidentally, this whisk right here, it's one of my favorite whisks. It's a Pampered Chef one. I'll include the link down below so that you can get one for yourself, because let me tell you what, it'll even stand up on its own. How awesome is that? So you heat this until it's boiling, and then you simmer it for 10 to 15 minutes until it thickens slightly. And then you can adjust salt and pepper how you like. Than coleslaw. So we're going to make some WW friendly coleslaw. Let me tell you what you're going to need. Okay, so the things you're going to need are 2 carrots grated, about a half a head of cabbage that's going to be thinly sliced, and then that is going to be your coleslaw mixture. Your salad dressing for it is going to be 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Splenda, a half teaspoon of salt, a half cup of light mayonnaise, and the juice of 1 lemon. So let's start with the salad dressing. Put in your vinegar, your Splenda, your salt, your mayonnaise, and the juice of 1 lemon, and you mix it all up. That's really, really good. This should equal a little over 3 cups. Which is the perfect amount for this recipe. As with all coleslaw, you need to mix it up together so that the sauce or the dressing is all over. And then you need to let it sit so that the flavors can blend and that dressing becomes part of this wonderful treat. Doesn't that look good? All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Homemade coleslaw. Okay, so as you can see, here's the pork. I took it out of the Instant Pot, and now I'm going to shred it. So this recipe is for 12 servings. Each of these servings, and this is going to be different based on your pork loin and how much weight you glean from it. But this ended up being 72 grams of meat and a half an ounce of sauce on all of them. And this is 4 points. The coleslaw that we made earlier is 1 point. So for 5 points, you've got a wonderful meal. If you want to add one of these tortillas, that'll only add an extra point. So for 6 points, you've got a wonderful pulled pork burrito with some salad to go with it. Okay, everybody, let's try this. Are you with me? You want to try it with me? Oh, make it. Coleslaw's really good, but you know what? I think it needs green onions. I'm going to put green onions in it too. 0 points, just more taste. But I'm kind of a green onion freak. Kind of like it on everything. But it's really, really good. Not too sweet. Not salty. Just a wonderful mix of flavors. Oh, come on. I went ahead and used one of those 1 point tortillas to have this as a burrito. So here we go. The flavors that you wrap or you put on the raw roast, the cumin, the salt, the chili powder, comes through really, really subtly, but it's really, really good. And then when you add that vinegary sauce over the top, it just gives it enough of a freshness that it's really, really good and keeps your mouth alive with taste. Your taste buds are going to love this. They're going to dance right out of your mouth. Dance. Right there. Not even kidding. Thank you for joining me on this culinary adventure today. Carolina pulled pork and coleslaw are truly delicious. You're going to love them. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can be up to date on all the things that I'm offering you on my channel. I really appreciate you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for everything.